I wanted to let you know there's some great things happening in America. I got a phone call today from a family relative. From a family relative I don't talk to very much, and he is 30 years old. I don't think he's ever prayed. He's gone to church on Christmas or Easter a few times, but other than that, that's it. He called me the other day and he said, by the way, I'm honored to be the one that he called. That means a lot. Out of everybody who could call, he did call me. So to me, I'm grateful for that. You know who you are. He said, Charles, I know the devil's real. I've seen him at work. But seeing that bullet missed Trump and how perfect it was, he said, now I know God's real and I don't know what to do next. Do I go to church? Do I get a Bible? What do I do? I said, it's time for you to pray. I said, don't worry about going to church. And I can't say every church you go to is going to connect you to God. And there are a lot of people who go to churches and good churches who don't connect with God. Then I said, reading the Bible, they've been changing the Bible for a long time. And there's a lot of people who read the Bible who don't connect with God. I know one person that's read the Bible through 2 times and just says, I don't get it. And my advice was to him, and this is for anybody else out there in this boat, pray yourself. Pray to God yourself. The good thing about God is he made it so you can be in the middle of a bush in the middle of Africa, far away from civilization, and close your eyes and pray, and you can hear God's voice. And that's what I told him to do. You connect with God. Bow your head and pray, and then listen. And, because then you can go to church and the worship will be alive, and the words from the pastor will go right into your heart. And you'll open the Bible and you'll read the scriptures, and the words in the scriptures will come into your life and you'll be alive. He goes, well, what's that like, hearing God's voice? And I said, if I told you, you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't believe me. We'd be talking past each other. But when you go and pray and then you hear God's voice for yourself, then we can talk and you'll understand. We'll be on the same page when you hear his voice yourself. And so he's curious. And you know what I think? I think there's millions of people thinking the same thing all across America right now. And I believe America's in revival because people are starting to say, look at that. I think it's a good thing. I do not think connecting with God is a bad thing. Now, here's what happens a lot of time when you start talking like, I'm on God's side. A lot of people who haven't connected with God, what they hear is, you're against this group, you're against that group, you're against these groups, you want to limit these groups, alphabet group people, and the truth is, no, you're not against those people, you're for those people. Now the Bible says things against actions of certain people. That's not me, and that's not my heart. My heart is for them. And so it's love. It's love for everybody. There's no division. There's only unity in God. It's a good thing. So if you haven't ever heard of God's voice, close your eyes and pray, and then shut your mouth and listen, which a lot of people don't do. And he'll talk to you. Happy revival.